Have you ever been in a situation where you wanted to say something in English, but suddenly your mind went completely blank, your heart started racing, your hands felt cold, and you struggled to find even the simplest words? You knew the vocabulary, you studied grammar, you even understood what others were saying, but when it was your turn to speak, nothing came out. Maybe you tried to translate from your native language, but the translation took too long, and by the time you spoke, the moment had already passed. You felt embarrassed, shy, and maybe even thought to yourself, English is not for me. But let me tell you something very important today. You are not alone, and this problem is not permanent. Millions of learners around the world go through the exact same struggle. The good news is, fluency is not magic. It is not something that only special people can achieve. Fluency is a skill, and just like any skill, driving a car, playing a guitar, or cooking a meal, you can learn it, practice it, and master it. You can train your brain to think in English. You can build the courage to speak without fear, and you can become a confident speaker who does not just know English, but lives English. And today, in this lesson, I will share with you powerful, practical, and life-changing tips that will help you transform the way you think, the way you practice, and the way you speak. Why thinking in English matters. If you are always translating in your head, you will always feel slow, nervous, and unsure. For example, you want to say, I'm hungry. In your native language, you first think the sentence, then you try to translate each word, then you finally say it. This process creates a delay, and during this delay, your confidence drops. But imagine if the moment you felt hunger, the sentence, I'm hungry, appeared directly in your mind without translation. This is what fluent speakers do. They don't waste time searching for words. Their brain is trained to think in English directly. The more you practice this mental shift, the faster your responses will be, and the more confident you will sound. Build confidence by accepting mistakes. One of the biggest reasons people fail to speak is fear. Fear of being laughed at, fear of being judged, fear of using the wrong word or the wrong tense. But here's a truth most learners forget. Mistakes are not a sign of weakness. They are a sign of progress. Every mistake you make in English is proof that you are practicing, trying, and learning. Think about children when they learn their first language. Do they speak perfectly? They make hundreds of mistakes every day, but they don't stop. They don't feel ashamed. They laugh. They try again. And slowly, they improve. You must do the same. Confidence does not come from speaking perfectly. Confidence comes from speaking despite your imperfections. Practice shadowing technique. If you want to sound natural, improve your pronunciation, and train your brain to think in English, you must use the shadowing technique. This is a method where you listen to a native speaker, maybe from a podcast, YouTube video, or audiobook, and you repeat the sentence immediately, copying their tone, rhythm, and speed. It feels like you are their shadow. For example, if you hear, "How are you doing today?" you repeat instantly with the same energy, "How are you doing today?" This exercise may feel strange at first, but it is powerful because it combines listening and speaking. You are not just learning words. You are training your brain and your mouth to produce English naturally, without hesitation. Even 10 to 15 minutes of daily shadowing can create a huge improvement in your fluency within weeks. Think in English daily. One of the most practical steps you can take on your journey to fluency is to make English your inner voice, the language in which your thoughts naturally appear. Start with small and simple situations. When you wake up in the morning, instead of letting your mind say, "I have to go to work today," in your native language, and then translating, try to think the sentence directly in English. "I have to go to the office today." When you look at your phone and see a message notification, immediately think, "My friend is sending me a message." If you are preparing breakfast, think, "I am making coffee. I am eating bread." These short daily thoughts may seem very basic, but they are extremely powerful because they reprogram your brain step by step. With repetition, your native language begins to fade into the background, and English slowly takes its place as the first language in your thoughts. The key to success here is not speed, but consistency. At the beginning, it will feel strange, slow, and even forced, but with regular practice, you will notice that English thoughts start appearing naturally without effort. This is the foundation of fluency, when English is not just something you study, but something you live in your mind every single day. Talk to yourself in English. This may sound funny, but it works like magic. Stand in front of a mirror and start speaking in English about anything, your plans, your dreams, or even what you are doing right now. If you are cooking, say, "Now I am cutting vegetables." "Now I am adding salt." If you are getting ready, say, "I am brushing my hair." "I am wearing my shoes." This habit removes fear, trains your tongue, and prepares you for real-life situations. The mirror practice also helps you observe your expressions, your body language, and your tone, making you not only fluent, but also confident and natural. Use simple English, not complicated words. Many learners believe that to sound fluent, they must use big, advanced words, but in reality, fluent speakers use simple and clear words. They don't say, "I am utterly famished." They simply say, "I am hungry." They don't say, "I require assistance." They say, "I need help." When you use simple English, you are more confident and people understand you better. Fluency is not about showing off. Fluency is about communicating effectively. Start with simple sentences, and as your confidence grows, naturally, you will add more vocabulary to your speech. Always remember, confidence in English is not about how complicated your words are, but about how clearly you connect with people. The more natural you sound, the more powerful you become. If this lesson is inspiring you to think in English and speak with confidence, make sure you subscribe to this channel right now so you never miss new tips and lessons. Don't just study English. Live it, practice it, and improve a little more every single day.